Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasya Yonim Nihitam Cha Satye Satyasya Satyam Ruta Satya Netram Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapannaha Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam, the 11th canto, Nimi Navayogi Samvadam. In the last 5 days, we have completed 5 questions. 5th question is not completed. We are in the 5th question asked by the Raja Nimi. And the 5th question he asked about, oh my dear, oh Guru, please explain about the Brahmavittamaha. Oh Brahmagnani, please explain to me about what is the meaning of the Narayana. Narayana Abhidanasya Brahmanaha Paramatmanaha. He uses the 3 words because commonly we call it as a Paramatma, or in Vedanta we say Brahman, and same in the Purana is called Narayana. So Narayana Abhidanasya, who is called in the name of the Narayana, and nothing but the Brahman and the Paramatman, and please explain what is the meaning of it. Meaning means not the word meaning. Explain the Swarupam of the Brahman. So that is his question, 5th question asked by the Nimi Chakravarti. So please tell me, explain about it. The Swarupam of the Brahman. Then Pippalayana Rishi started answering for this question, and yesterday we have seen 3 shlokas from this Upadesha, very highly technical and Vedantic thoughts. But in 6 shlokas, he wants to explain the Swarupam of the Brahman. I just summarized 2-3 minutes what we have heard yesterday. In the first shloka, he is doing Adhyaropa. Okay, Adhyaropa. Yesterday I didn't use this word, but yesterday night in the quiz, this question came. What is Adhyaropa and Adhyasa? But generally, we coined these 2 words, Adhyaropa and Apavada. Adhyasa is some other word. Now here also, he says, the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, who is the cause for all these 3, but he himself doesn't have any cause. Ahetu Rasya. So that we have to keep it in the mind. Looking like or seems to be he becomes the cause, but it is not really, he is not the cause. So Ahetu Rasya, Hetuhu. Then that is in the entire Samashti level, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. But when it comes to the individual level, Swapna, Jagrata, Sushupti. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, that also he mentions. By saying all this, then not only 3 avasthas, he explains about the body also, the body and the senses and the mind complex. That also. So entire this total Samashti, Vyashti, everything, 3 avasthas, 3 sharirams and 3 prapanchams, because of whom this entire thing is Sanjeevitani. Okay. Shining because of whom? Because of which they are all able to get that Chaitanyam. And here, yesterday I told that Sat, Chit and all this. But when it comes as Adhyaropa, we have to remember that it is only a borrowed Sat and the borrowed Chit. Okay? Because when it Srishti means, then immediately we have to see it is only reflection. It is only reflection. So borrowed consciousness and borrowed Sat and Chit. So like that, he starts first Adhyaropa. Okay? But of course I ended with in that shloka Sadeva Chit Chideva Sat. So I told little extra also for you. So don't get confused that both are in the same shloka like that. So because he himself telling that no, he is ahetuhu, hetuhu, but ahetuhu also. So we have to say Adhyaropa itself, there itself, and naturally he is not the cause means then we have to say Apavada also. So instead of saying that Apavada word and all that, I just said knowing is being and being is knowing. Okay? So this shloka, we can take it as a Adhyaropa Apavada shloka. Because whenever there is a Srishti, talk comes means it is only superimposition. Okay? Either deliberately or unknowingly also, whatever may be, superimposition. Why Shastra doing means it is deliberately only. That's why that Adhyaropa word. If we, because of the Ajnana, we superimpose it, then it becomes the Adhyasa. Both are the same word, like Swamini told yesterday. Almost the same only. But the difference is that deliberately, that is unconscious, unknowingly. That's all. Then in second shloka, that Brahman, that Satyam truth is Indriya Agocharam. Indriya Agocharam. So all the sense organs or the mind, including the mind, they cannot know or explain or talk about that Brahman. So for that, the example given as like the sparks come out of the big fire, the small spark cannot illumine the fire. Okay? They are very small. Like that, this entire Namarupa Prapancha is nothing but the small sparks like. So how this small spark can illumine that big fire? Never. They cannot. That example he given, and I have given another example also for you. And then actually in this shloka onwards he started negating. Apavada is not told clearly in the first shloka. Now in this shloka only. Nishedha Vakyam. Okay. That also I mentioned yesterday. So Veda, the Shastra explains, and then more than this I cannot explain, or I cannot itham. This is this, like that I cannot say through the words. So I will drop my words and I can say only by negate, neti vakyataha. So by negating, then after negating whatever is reminiscence remains, the sesham, that is the Brahman, that is you are. So this, in this way only I can explain. Who is telling? Vedam, Shastram itself. So, because if there is no that sesham, the reminder, then who knows who done this negation? To negate, somebody should be there, no? Something should be there. So after negating whichever is left, that is the truth. So like that he did Apavada also in the another shloka, that is neti prakriya. Then in the next shloka, now what finally we have to say? Adhyaropa done, Apavada done, neti prakriya used, and when you negate entire the Namarupa Prapancha, then that Brahman has to be turned, should be given another name. He is a Karya Karana Vilakshanam, we have to say. He is not the Karanam also, he is not the Karyam also, nothing. He is beyond that, he is beyond that. Okay. So to say that, he says Gnana, Kriya, Artha, Phala, Rupa, Rupatayoho, Purushakti, Brahmaiva Bhati. Kriya Shakti, Gnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, whatever. All these things only Brahma Eva Bhati. Because of Brahman only they are all shining or they are appearing. But they are apparently appearing, but they are not the real. Okay. Then he uses the very Vedantic technical word. So, Sat Asat Cha Tayoho Param Yat Bhati. Sat also. Here Sat and Asat word is Karya Karanam in this context. Okay. It is not the Sat. Sat means as Brahman, that Sat illa. Sat Asat. That means Karanam, Karyam. Both. For both to appear, to happen, Karya Karanam happens only in the Maya. That's why yesterday, actually I used Upadana Nimitta Karanam, but that is not in the Brahman. Please remember, that is only in the Ishvara at the Maya level onwards. Okay, Maya Sahita Brahma, Ishvara. So this word indicates Karya Karana Vilakshanam. Vilakshanam. Tayoho param. That param word is vilakshanam. Yat param karya karanayoho. This is what in Mandukya Gaudapadar, in 3rd chapter particular, Advaita Prakaranam. From so many angles, Shruti, Yukti, by using both, he negates the Jagat and he negates the Jiva. Many karikas he written there. Because based on the 7th shloka, 7th mantra of the Mandukya, the main mantra of the 7th. From that only he took that word of Prapanchopashamam for that Vaitatya Prakaranam to establish Advaitam word. I think most of you are by-hearted or remember that mantra, no? Nanta pregnam na bahish pregnam, no bhayata pregnam pregnanaganam, na pregnam na pregnam. Okay. Then alakshanam. Yes. So avyavaharyam, agrahyam alakshanam, achintyam avyapadeshyam, ekatma prityasaram, prapanchopashamam, shantam shivam advaitam. Manyante. That word actually very important. Some people will think like that and all that. What they manyante? Chaturdham manyante. But it is not Chaturdham. It is not 4th one. Simply to tell you 1, 2, 3, then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 you are going to negate it. Then which is left? Only one is left. Okay, you manyante. Chaturdham, sa atma savigneya. So based on that, this Karya Karana Vilakshanam Brahma. Yat param sakala vaga gocharam. Viveka Chudamani, Dhyana Shlokas. Gocharam vimala bodha chakshushaha. Chitghanam sakala manadi vastu yad. Brahmatatvamasi bhavayatmani. Nishkalam sakala vag agocharam. Gocharam vimala bodha chakshushaha. So, in this, up to this we have seen yesterday, Karya Karana Vilakshanam Brahma. Brahman is not the cause or the anything. Nothing happened. Nothing can happen in the Brahman. That is Gaudapada's intention to establish, there is no na nirodho, na chotpatti, na baddho, na cha sadhaka, all that. Okay. So all that condensed form. In 6 shlokas, this Pipalayana Rishi is telling about the Brahman. Okay. For 6 years also you explain, we are not able to understand. But that Nimi Raja, whether he grasped, we don't know. Maybe, definitely. Okay. Because of his qualification, he may receive the knowledge immediately. Now, let us continue further. The next shloka, how this Brahman is Vikara Rahitaha. Okay, Vikara Rahitaha. Natma Jajanana Marishya Naidhate Sau Nakshiyate Savana Vidya Vicharinam Hi Sarvatra Seshvat Anapayupalabdhi Matram Prano Yadhendriya Balena Vikalpitam Sat. I will summarize this shloka. He used a few words of that Shat Vikaras. Generally, the Shat Vikaras for body. That's why the body is called as a Shariram. Shat Vikarat iti Shariram. Shiryamanat iti Shariram. Dahyamanat iti Deham. So, that Shat Vikaras, Asti, Asti Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Nashyati. But nothing is there in this Brahman or any kind of Vikara. So, na Atma na Jajana, that means not born. Na Marishyati, like this, he didn't use all the 6, but we have to remember Shad Vikara Rahitam. So that is he started. That means naturally Vikara Rahitaha Brahman, where there is no, absolutely no any modification, nothing happened. That's why Vivarta Upadana Karanam. But still, for our sake, that Upadana word only has Vandishannavi, then that means he is supporting, he is lended, all these words has to be told. But in fact, nothing happened, nothing cannot, anything cannot happen, no modification at all. Shad Vikara Rahitam Brahma. So, to say that, then one important word I will take it in this, Upalabdhi Matram. Nityopalabdhi Swarupohamatma. Where it comes, please tell me. Again and again he tells, Nityopalabdhi, Nitya Upalabdhi, ever available. What is that ever available? I am available. Your body won't be available all the time. But the knowledge, here Upalabdhi means Chit Ghana, Gnanam, Chit Ghana Swarupam, Gnana Ghanam. This Ghana Varta, to emphasize, Chit Ghanam, Ananda Ghana, solidified, solid, Upalabdhi Matra. So, not only Vikaram comes only in the time. If there is a time, the effect of the time is there, then Vikarams. Then Desham also comes. So, Desha Kala Rahitam, Vilakshanam is the Vikara Rahitam. So, that's why he puts here everything in all the periods of time, in the all modifications happening in the Namarupa Prapancha, but nothing happened to this Satchit Ghana Swarupa Brahman. Okay, so this is the message he is conveying in this shloka, Vikara Rahitaha. Then, in the next shloka, he wants to say in every shloka, he is reminding us, comparing us, this Jagat is there. Now also when we are talking, you are listening, but still your body, this body, Shadvikara Sahita, Shariram, Jagat is there. Very tangibly it is available here. But it is not there. Even though it appears, don't give reality. Or Satyatvam don't give for that. So he wants to, in every shloka almost he is reminding that Samashti Namarupa Jagat. So in this, Andeshu Peshishu Tarushva Vinishchiteshu Prano hi Jivam Upadhavati Tatra Tatra. In all four kinds of beings, he is dividing the entire pranis, the Jiva Rasi, into four categories. Andajani, Jarayujani, then Udbijani and Svedajani. Okay? For newcomers I will tell that the pranis which are born out of the egg, the pranis, I mean plants which are born out of the seed, and then all human beings and mammalians which are all born out of the garbham, Jarayuja, okay, fetus, born out of from the fetus. And another thing is which are born out of moisture, fungus and all kinds of Svedajani. So basically, if you divide this entire Jivarasi in four groups, we can, that he is mentioning here. And in all of them, the Jivam, they look different. They are appearing in a different form, different shape and size and all that. But prana hi jivam upadhavate. In all of them, the prana, okay, is one and the same. Is it not? In all the human beings and animals everywhere, the prana is same. Okay. So up to that, it is only gross. He is reminding us that see the gross thing, but all are pervaded and by one prana. After saying that, then indriyas and all that also are there included. Some organisms, animals doesn't have all five sense organs like us. We don't know what world they are experiencing. Like imagine a blind person who doesn't have the vision from the birth itself. Definitely he don't know these colors and the forms, isn't it? But he imagines, and we don't know what is his world. Only by touch and sound only he creates his own thoughts. According to that he feels. Like that, say there are some animals who doesn't have even the three senses or two senses, but they live, they are working. So their experience, the world is different than us. So like that, if we have one more sense, suppose, we may have another different experience, who knows. I am not talking about the sixth sense, but normally, apart from these five, suppose if you have one more, okay, thank God we don't have enough of it. Okay. Then he is mentioning later, okay, this much nama rupa, this upadhi complex and all that, when you sleep, when you go to sushupti, what is happening? Everything disappearing. And when everything disappears, the entire, all your possessions, relations, everything, nama rupa prapancha, everything, nothing is there. But after when you wake up from the sleep, we all express that Anandam nalla thungite. I slept so well. And that sleep given the sukha anubhuti. Anandam is there. That is not the indriya sukham, but it is an inexplicable ananda. You cannot explain about it. It is that I slept well. Nalla irundichu. That much only you can say, not more than that. Yes. Now why he is reminding this is that anusmritihi. After you wake up from that sushupti avastha, the ananda is registered in the mind, smriti, memory. That's why you are able to tell. If that anubhava to register in the mind, in the memory, who is the Sakshi? Who saw that? Who recorded that? There should be some thing which doesn't sleep. Without sleeping, there should be somebody, some Shakti, whatever, something should be there. Then only it is possible to remember and put in the memory bank. That point he is mentioning. So that means there is a Sakshi, something else than these three avasthas. Avasthatraya Sakshi. And he is giving the word for that. Kutastaha. Very famous word, no? Famous, very technical word used by our Panchadashikarar. Okay? Vidyaranya Swami. Kutastha Deepa Prakaranam. And only once Bhagavan Sri Krishna used this word in the Bhagavad Gita. In the 15th chapter, many of you by hand. Dvamimau purushau loke ksharaschakshara evacha ksharas sarvani bhutani kutastokshara uchyate. That kutastha alone is called akshara, where there is no any kind of decay or downfall or degradation, nothing. Aksharam. But all other things, sharam. Ksharacha, aksharacha purusha. Kutastaha. Kutavat tishtati iti kutastaha. No change, no movement, no vikaram, no parinam, nothing, nothing. So, with that he established the oneness of the Ekameva Dvitiyam. So, Atharopa Apavada by Neti Neti Vakyataha and Karya Karana Vilakshanam, and finally Ekameva Dvitiyam Kutastha. That's all. What is there more than this Vedanta? Then why sir so many Upanishads and so many years and so many classes you are conducting, everybody conducting? To explain this only. Until we establish thoroughly without any sandeha, we keep on listen, Shastra keep on talk about it. And finally now, to conclude this particular answer to the particular this question, the final shloka. If you don't understand this, simply you give the importance to the Namarupa Jagat, Vyavaharika Prapancha, and if you don't have the curiosity to know this truth, or you don't have, but he is putting in a Bhakti Bhava, the last shloka, okay, then you will be caught up in the karma bandha. It won't leave you. Even though it is a dream, it is nothing is there, it is only Maya, second dream, whatever you say, but that will continue. That will bothers you. It gives another body. So finally, Erihab Janava Charanaishanayoru Bhaktya Cheto Malani Vidhamed Gunakarma Jani Tasmin Vishuddha Upalabhyat Atmatattvam Sakshat Edha Amaladrusho Savitru Prakashaha. If you don't surrender to that Lord Narayana's feet. Okay. Now for us no confusion. Narayana, Brahman, Paramatma, one and the same. In the first shloka itself meaning given. But here especially who had that Navi in Padmam, from which umbilical, okay, called the Navi, the Padmam has born. So to that Lord, if you are not having the bhakti surrendered to him, and then your mind will be contaminated by this material world and the karma, kama, janma, it will continue. That's why. But if you have the bhakti, okay, if you listen to the Shastra, if you attend the class, if you study Vedanta, then what will happen? Tasmin Vishuddha Upalabhyata Atma Tattvam. If you have devotion, pure devotion, and dedicate yourself spend time for listening the Shastra and understanding, then slowly start make Midhyatva Nishchayam, Nama Rupa Prapancha, everything is nothing but the false. It is a Mithya. That bhakti will help you to clean your mind. What he wants to say here is Vishuddham. Tasmin Vishuddha. Vishuddham becomes very pure. Because of that purity of the mind, whatever clarity comes, Upalabdha. Upalabhyata Atma Tattvam. See, you connect this, no. Unless you do the Karma Yoga, Upasana, anyhow, Karma Yoga topic is going to come. Upasana here mainly, Bhakti. Bhakti towards the Narayana means, and attention, interest, curiosity about what is this Atma, what is this Brahman, what is the Satyam, what is Nityam. That curiosity, that itself is Bhakti. Okay. Swarupa Anusandhanameva Bhakti Ritya Vidhiyate. Shankaracharya's definition of Bhakti is Swaswarupa Anusandhanam. Contemplating, meditating and reflecting on about your own self is itself is called Bhakti. So from that level if you understand, Tasmin Vishuddha Upalabhyata Atma Tattvam Sakshad. Okay, then you yourself, just like you are giving example, just like once the sun rises in the morning, all the darkness will goes away, no? Automatically goes. Like that, from your own heart, from your own intellect, you realize, you recognize your essential nature. So purity of the mind is important. For the purity of the mind, you need to the Upasana Bhakti. And Upasana Bhakti, when we say, it is included by Karma Yoga also. So with this, the fifth question answer is completed, given. Then Rajovacha, next question. Karma Yogam Vadatanaha Purusho Yena Samskrutaha Vidhuye Yashu Karmani Naishkarmyam Vindate Param. Naishkarma Siddhi Kondu Vanditaru. Raja asking the sixth question, please tell about the Karma Yoga. See, after listening Brahman and all this description also, okay sir, but it is not for, it's not easy for everybody. Everybody has go through Karma Yoga. They have to clearly understand what is Karma Yoga. By Karma Yoga, they have to purify themselves. Then they have to equip with the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. So, being a Raja, I know about my country, my people, all that, no? So, difficult for everyone. I can understand, I agree your Brahman description and all that, but you give me some more details about the, what is the meaning of Karma Yoga. Okay? So, don't think that after talking about the Brahman and question, you asked again why he is asking about the Karma Yoga. Many times, namalike sandeham varum. இன்னும் நான் கர்மயோகம் பண்ணிட்டானா இல்லையா, கர்மயோகம் என்ன எங்கே இருக்கு நான், அதனால் அப்பப்போ கேட்குறது தப்பு கிடையாது. ஓகே, இட் வில் கிளாரிஃபை, gives more clarity. So tell us, you know why I am asking? By following and practicing which karma yoga, yena purushaha samskrutakaha bhavet, he becomes a cultured person. Here samskrutaha means pure person, purified person, qualified person, jnanam. Samskrutavan. If there is no Samskriti, then he is called Prakruta Purushaha, uncultured. So, that person becomes a cultured person. Okay? According to Vedanta, Shastra, in this context, cultured means pure-minded person. Not the dress and I belong to good culture and all that. I born in India, Bharat, good culture. That is all okay. But what about your mind? Your mind is cultured, cultivated. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kuru nandana bahushaka hyanantasya buddhayo avyavasayinam yami mam pushpitam vacham. They continue about it. Pravadanti vipaschitaha vedavadarata. All that. So here, Samskrutavan. By following, practicing, a person becomes the Samskrutaha Purushaha. So, I know that. That's why you please explain. That Samskrita Purushaha means also what he explains. Then what is the further result? Then what will happen next to him? Vidhuya, Ashu. Very quickly, in this birth itself, he cleanses himself. He get rid of from himself karmani. Now no more, even the actions are happening, but no action is not binding me. No action is not going to deposit in my sanchita or agami sanchita, nothing going. But while exhausting the prarabdha also, I am not affected by it. Let it go. Let it get exhaust. So, but mainly no more going and depositing and adding. No, brought forward, nothing. So, vidhuya ashu. Ashu means quickly, in this life itself. Then, after that, what will happen? He attains naishkarmya siddhi. Vindate param naishkarmyam. He come to realize himself as the Brahman, and he established himself, becomes Gnana-nishthavan, Param. Vindate means here he attains. This attaining word, according to Vedanta, not a traveling business or going business, now and here, if I understood, here itself. And Naishkarmya means, maybe many definitions we can use, but simply one. That Param Param, which doesn't have any kind of relation with any karma. That is called Naishkarmyam. So realizing the Brahman, I am Brahman, and Naishkarma Siddhi are one and the same. Because so many Jnanis we see in this world, they are actively involving in so many activities. So if you don't understand correctly this Naishkarmyam, then Naishkarmya is, they won't do anything. They sit like a statue. If you sit like a statue, you are dead. Okay? But you must, you see a lot of people working, masters, great masters in this world. So Naishkarmyam Siddhi is the inner, okay, understanding, cognition. So bodily, not claiming the karma phala, no kartrutva bhava, no bhoktrutva bhava. Then that state is called Naishkarmya Siddhi. That is Param. That means they understood, they realized themselves as the Brahman, one without second. And naturally, automatically, all the karmas gets dropped by themselves. You need not hereafter worry or bother about what going to happen, my karma, all this. Jnana nidagdha karmani bhasmasat kurute Arjuna tatha, that shloka. Once if the Jnanam Prakasham, that's why the example given, sun rises, darkness gone. So with this he concludes, here, this is the question, sixth question asked about the Karma Yoga. Then Avirhotra Uvacha, the sixth Rishi, Yogishwara, Avirhotra. Avirhotra means through Gnana, who destroyed all his karma. Okay? That is the meaning. Avirhotraha means Gnanena sarva karmam burnt. Everything. So that is his name. Then he started telling Karma karma vikarmeti vedavado na laukikaha vedasya cheshwaratmatva tatra muhyanti surayaha. Exactly as Bhagavan said in the Bhagavad Gita. Oh, you asked a very difficult question. This is a difficult question actually. Brahma is not the difficult question. Okay? Because Gahana karmano gatihi. This path of this karma, its depth, Gahanam, very deep. What? Which is not there. Which is not there. Then Bhagavan says that you must know the karma yu bodhavyam, akarma yu bodhavyam. One shloka he says that also. Then one Grandhi shloka comes later, no? Karmanya karmaya pashed, akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manusheshu sayukta sakrit karma krit krishna krit kritsnamanna completely he only the person understood about the what is karma. Anyhow, that shloka is very Grandhi shloka. Just I am reminding here. Same way, O Raja, very good, you asked a very good question, but let me tell you frankly, karma, akarma, vikarma, what to do, what not to do, all this, okay, prohibited actions and vihita karma, okay, and nishiddha karma. So all these things, this is not the laukika vadam. Who will decide this? This is good karma, this is bad karma. Who will decide? According to the time and the people in the history, everybody changing their constitutions and rules and regulations and traffic rules like the country. Here you drive in the left hand, Angapona you drive on the right hand. Which is right, which is wrong? This karma which we are talking about, this is not a laukika vadam. This is not decided by a common people and the board of members like it. It is then Vedavadaha. What Vedam says, Shastra says, that you have to take it, accept. Shastra. For Karma Yoga also Shastra only pramanam for it. Purvamimamsa Shastram only, no? Aye? Wonderful. Okay. Then my students won't listen to me. They all will look at you. You are so beautiful. You are so nice. Expression of joy. So karma, akarma, vikarma, nishiddha karma, all these things, it is a Veda Vadaha, not Laukika Vadam. Because it is a Veda Vadam, the Ishvara, Bhagavan itself, okay, Apaursheyam, Vedam, along with the Srishti means Vedam also is given. It's not separate. Later on somebody wrote, somebody talked, somebody, no. Apaursheyam Vedam. Because of that, Tatra, because of this reason, even the great scholars and the big researchers, Panditas, Surayah also muhyanti, they get deluded, confused. This is first he introduced like that. Okay, but I will tell you, don't worry. Then he says, next shloka, I am now summarizing the shlokas wise, I am not reading shlokas. You know, Vedam always talks indirectly. Okay? Aparoksha. Parokshavadam, not aparoksha. Vedam, Parokshavadaha Vedaha, he is telling here. And then when he talks like that, it won't tell you the thing directly. So it will show first some attraction to you. That means the karma yoga you do, you will attain this, you will attain that, like that. It wants to show some attraction to pull your attention towards the Vedam. At least keep you as the Astika. You should not become Nastika, no? So for that reason, as like the mother, doctor gives the medicine, sweet medicine. If it's a bitter medicine, who will eat? Even elders won't take, no? The kashayam, very difficult. But particularly for children, that medicine should be sweet. So many times you can put in the laddu also or chocolate also, along with that something, you sugar put more and give the medicine. But the sweetness is not important. That is important to the child, but not for the mother. Mother knows that somehow let the medicine goes inside. That example he is giving here, I am not simply telling. You know what he is telling? Balanam Anushasanam. Okay? Balanam Anushasanam is how you can make the child to understand anything. Sometimes Swami Kannu Kuttuvaru. இதெல்லாம் சொல்கிறேன் இல்லை அம்மா போய் சொல்லுவான் somehow because child cannot understand. In the same way these elderly people also cannot understand. Like that Vedam slowly, okay, come, I will give something for you, okay, I will fulfill your desires. Like this kamya karmas and all that it encourages. Okay, then actually Vedam wants to liberate you from this karma bandham. The next word is very important in the same shloka. He says karma mokshaya karmani. Very important word. To get out of the karma, Veda prescribes some karmas, but people don't understand this. Very clearly he is telling here, this is the Bhakti Shastra. Whether you do whatever bhakti, karma, both are included one by one. Karma mokshaya karmani vidhatte. The prescribed duties are prescribed for you to get out of the duties and the karma bandham. That's why Bhagavan in the end of the Bhagavad Gita sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. But he himself only talked about the karma yoga in the 3rd chapter, 4th chapter. Then at last drop everything, give it up everything under. You have to very carefully understand what Bhagavan says. Here that is only. So as like the medicine given to a patient or the child, Vedam also sweetly tells this, that you do this, you will get this. Phalashruti, for everything, no, whatever puja, punaskaram, even chanting of the parayana, everywhere Phalashruti. They give so many slokas. Even now, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we have completed in one class. I have to tell about the Gita Mahatmyam also. In another one Purana, Gita Mahatmyam is spoken of. In that, many things are told, exaggerated and explained. Why? To create the interest in the people. After they come and they will understand. Actually, Gita Mahatmya has to be told in the beginning of the class. But somehow we used to tell traditionally at the end. If you tell in the beginning, oh, many people will come. That's why some places, before Vedanta and all that, we start with the Bhagavatam, Bhajana, this, that, and then Vishnu Sahasranamam chanting, stotrams. That all will attract the people. It makes them to come and sit. Then slowly they will be brainwashed. Once if the brainwashing happens, they won't go. Now you won't go. You cannot go. Yesterday somebody told me their experiences. நான் வந்தேன் அப்புறம் உட்கார்ந்தேன் அப்படியே உட்கார்ந்தேன் எல்லாம் கிளாஸுக்கு போவேன் அப்படின்னு ரியல் because that is your want. You deserve for it, you're desiring for it. It happened. Your taste is. அவங்க டேஸ்ட்டுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி தானே லோகத்தில் போயிடுறாங்க மக்கள். அப்படி என்ன? பட் திஸ் இஸ் த பரமம் டேஸ்ட். திஸ் இஸ் த ஃபைனல் பியூட்டிட்யூட். பியாண்ட் திஸ் தேர் இஸ் நத்திங். பரம் திருஷ்டுவா ந நிவர்த்ததே. Gita Bhagavan says. So after that, if you don't follow this karma yoga properly, in proper time, in proper age and all that, what happens? Na acharet who agnaha, because of arrogance and ignorance, carelessness and proudness, I don't follow, I don't want all this. What nonsense all this. Agnaha. And ajitendriyaha, who doesn't have any control on his mind or the senses. I live as I feel. I do whatever I want. That is the way people. Freedom. He is warning here, if such a person, swayam agnaha ajitendriyaha na acharati, then he do all wrong actions and adharmic actions. Then mrityor mrityum upaidi saha. Punarapi jannanam punarapi maranam. You will be thrown again into the another body and suffering. Again that you will live, and again it will continue, goes on. Mrityoho mrityam, womb to tomb, tomb to womb. So like this he cannot escape from this transmigration. Then after that, so please understand, all these phalashrutis is very clearly mentioning Naishkarmyam labhate siddhim rochanardha phalashrutihi. I am taking important word only. Okay? Veda, if it prescribes any that niyata karma, all this prescribed duties, remember that if it praises that particular karma only for to please you in the beginning, to bring you into its hold, okay, rochanardham, just to attract you, rochanam, pleasing. Then slowly you keep doing it, you will get purified. May not be in this one life, but somehow, because if you are all sitting here and listening Vedanta and we are very much Trivara Mumukshus and all, that means it is not just happened in one night, one day. You all completed that. Your Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga has completed maximum. If at all there, they are only my decorations to me, side, but they are nothing to do with my being state. To be state, they are not at all related. Now I crossed, I overcome that. So, Rochanardha. So, Phalashruti, if anything is said, it is only for you to keep you on the dharmic lifestyle. Otherwise, what will happen? You won't get even the Manusha Janma. You have to get another costume, Bhayankaramana costume. So, at least you, for a dharmic person, there will be a chance for you to come into the human birth again. That is the meaning. Otherwise, you will downfall. There will be downfall. That means what? Human birth won't come. If your human birth is not Manusya Janma Durlabham, isn't it? That you won't get. So, that's it. Karma prescribes this, Phalashruti and all that. And slowly that person here, what is the Niyata Karmas and all that, you know, Panchamahayaginas doing. Okay? And by doing all that, Panchayagnena Panchashunani Nashyanti. All of you may be heard about all these Panchayagnas very detailedly. For a Grihastha, Panchayagnas will help to remove and eradicate the Panchasunas, 5 papas. Okay. So up to this, he is talking about the Karma Yoga, because Raja asked this question. But now immediately from next shloka, he is mixing the Upasana Yoga. Then only I understood how Karma Yoga is included, Upasana also. When you say Karma Yoga, Upasana is included in that. That's why actually to say there is no Bhakti Yoga separate. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. It's not my statement. Here it is there, and many Acharyas also tells in one particular level, not in the beginning. So here, from here, other few slokas, he is talking about the Upasana. That means you have to understand that Karma Yoga means included Upasana also, to purify the mind. See, any Karma, if it is a Karma Yoga, and Shastra prescribed means it is related to the God. It is related to Upasana only, no? That's why all our actions generally in our tradition from morning to night attached to the, included in the routine, morning onwards, no? Bathing and everything, shlokas, cooking, shloka, eating, shloka, tulasi, worship, shloka. Like this up to the night, everywhere, every action is mixed with the, merged with the bhakti and the puja, shraddha. Is it not? then how you can separate the karma and upasana? That itself is bhakti. So like that, he start explaining the upasana also. And in upasana, I simplify, here. He explains a Shodashopachara puja, how to do, and do all anganyasam, okay, karanyasam. He explains few slokas, all that. I am just summarizing them. Then that also you follow what your guru says, their interaction. Labdhanugraha acharyat. Take guidance of it. What is suits to you, what you are supposed to do, all that you again learn from a proper teacher, guru. And agama and nigama, uptena. Here tantroktena he used the word. That means nigama means Vedam. Agama means which comes later on and modified version and means told by rishis. That's why Agama Shastram, the temple's structures and puja vidhana, Vaishnava Agama, Shaiva Agama, Shakti Agama, all that all came into the existence and given by the Mahatmas, great masters, for the welfare of the people who are not fit right away to the Gnanam. So Agama, Nigama. That means in Vedam itself some puja vidhanas and suktams and all that told, no? Many worships aspect told in the Veda also. Do that also and follow the Agama also. Nothing wrong. No difference. I mean, it won't do any harm, but follow certain instructions of the Guru. Suppose if you are a Vaishnava, Vaishnava Agamas, what they say, if you are following them, those Acharyas, what they say. But when person comes to Vedanta, we are already come out of all the Agam, this one, Shaiva, Vaishnava, Shakta. No. You are all freed from all of them. Then only you can sit and listen, accept the Vedanta. Because Vedanta not belong to any caste, creed or sect, no. We allow, accept everybody, all are coming slowly to reach the same goal. But it takes time. But they have to one day come to the Gnanam. That is also. All will reach the same goal means not only through the simple bhakti, they cannot. The bhakti should be converted as the Gnanam. It should become a para bhakti. Then, so Gnanam, everybody has to come to finally through that. So, okay, while explaining all this Shodashopachara puja, all that, with this the person gets the discipline, simple things I am telling. Then perfection to do the work, okay, dakshata, kramasikshana, dakshata, and alaksham and nirlaksham will go away, okay, carelessness, adella poidum. When you are systematic, that's why anushthanam, a systematic lifestyle. This only you have to do for to be systematic. No fast and steady fast rule. You do, but are you disciplined? Are you doing anusthana from morning to night? Your lifestyle is in a properly channelized. That is, he is telling. Then slowly Ekarupa Bhakti explained. Naturally, we know after Ekarupa Bhakti, the person will come to the Bahurupa or Vishwarupa Bhakti. Okay, that is understood. After that, now next chapter starts here actually. So Karma Yoga I simplified, and in that main points 1 or 2 I highlighted. 7th question. Rajo Vacham Yani Yani Ha Karmani Yairiyai Swachanda Janmavihi Chakre Karoti Kartava Haristani Bhruvantunaha. Now when Upasana is also mixed with the Karma, now we have come to the lighter part. Because tomorrow I have to complete, no? The heavy part yesterday and today little, and day for rest also we. Now simple things only, very easily. I need not explain also much. But Raja asking Nimi, that Upasana, to worship the Lord, that Hari, Chakri means here Hari. What are the different avatars he took in the past now also or in the future also is going to take some avatars. So please tell about all the avatars details for me. Generally which is described more in the Bhagavata beginning also or in the other Puranas. Particularly here about the Vishnu Avataras. Okay. As we tell many number of avatars about the Vishnu, Shiva don't have that many avatars. Here and there, once, twice he appeared in the Palasamudram, churning of that time also he came, but some new title comes to him, Neelakantha. Like that he gets new title, but not like the Vishnu, totally different appearance. He appears as a boar, he appears as a half man, half lion, short fellow, small boy like, so many avatars. This variation and interesting stories all comes in the Vaishnava, Vishnu. But you don't see Brahmaji never take the avatars anything, even though he is capable of it. Maximum, always he will become like that and give darshana. Even when Hiranyakashipu did tapas, he came in the same attire, same dress, same makeup with 4 heads and all that. But Vishnu is different. Only our Krishna story in itself is so thrilling, isn't it? Okay. Anyhow, the Raja interested in future also, Bhavishya. What are he going to do? What he is doing now? Which avatara? In which form? Like that he asked. Then, Dhrumila Uvacha. The another 7th Rishi's name is called Dhrumila, who lives in the forest, who lives in the Vanam. That is the meaning of Dhrumilaha. Okay. First he is telling that you asked how many avatars Lord took and how many is going to take. This question no one can answer. Why? Unlimited avatars, innumerable avatars. He is telling if anybody wants to, no, I will calculate and tell exactly. That means it is like, in Svetashoparishad, Upanishad, one example, if you can fold this Akasham as the mat, that example, then you can accept that without Gnanam, one can attain the Paramam. That is the context there. Idi mudinja, adi mudiyum. Abdanaranga, Svetashoparishad. Here he says, if anybody may count the particles of this earth, dust, of the whole entire earth, but no one can say this much is his avataras and leelas, innumerable. Little exaggeratedly is telling that. That means what? Whatever you see, whatever you hear, everything is his avatara. We are all avataram. Don't tell to anybody outside. Okay? We are the part and parcel or the spark of the Lord, then naturally we are also avatara only. Our avatara only our child, isn't it? He born from us, parents, so everybody is avatar. But unfortunately, you abused this word, avataram paru, moonji paru, vesham paru, titradhukku upayagadutharam. No, every avatar, everything is avatara. Keep that in the heart. Anything you see, now you saw the the feathers of the peacock, that is, and our white hair also is a avatar. Old age is avatar. Good. Everything is beautiful. Everything. Not only flowers and all that. That's why you be natural as you grow. Let the body be as it is. Natural. That's good. So many avatars. Like that he started then. Important shloka. First itself, he says, this, as what I spoke to you now, he is telling that only. This entire Jagat is there, no? Virat, Vishwarupam, Vishwam Vishnurvashatkara. This is the first avatara. In this avatara, there are so many kuti avataras. That means what? Vishwarupa Dhyanam is giving first. The entire Jagat, what you are seeing, it's Ishvara only. Don't try to see struggle to see the Ishvara somewhere later. Everything is avatara. Now, I think in quiz some question came, what is the difference for avatara and our janma? Nice here. You have given good answer, many of you, that falling in the well is birth. Going down, wanted into the well, getting down into the well is the avatara. Avatarati avataram. Why I am giving the example, ஒருத்தன் தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன், ஒருத்தன் கணர்ல உளுந்திட்டான், சம்சாரத்தில் உளுந்திட்டோம். உளுந்து அவன் எப்படி கஷ்டப்படுவான், கத்துவான். அவனை காப்பாற்றுறதுக்கு ஒருத்தரும் இறங்குவான். இறங்கினா அவனுக்கு தெரியும், ஜாக்கிரதை இறங்குவான். கடவுள் அப்படிதான் இறங்கி வருவார். இறங்கி வர்றதுக்கு பேர் வந்து அவதாரம். தெரியாமல் டமான் உளுந்து போகிறது பேர் ஜென்மா. Exactly in the example of this well. Okay. So, avataram. He is telling that sarvam vishnaha purushabhidanam mavapi narayana adidevaha. Okay. The brahmandam, bhagavanudaya shariram ide. Sahasrasirisha purushaha. Meaning that only. Sahasrakshas, sahasrapad. Don't search anywhere. Don't see in the only photo. Don't think that and see only in the temple in one idol. Everywhere, everywhere. Practice. What is difficulty for this? You need not do anything. You need not to go anywhere. And happily say that I am seeing the Lord. I have seen the Lord. Seeing the Lord. All the time I am seeing. When I have not seen, then where I have to go, why I have to go? Every appearance is avatar. That is what he said. Virat Purushaha. That's why he got the Virat Purushaha name. Purushaha word Puritatvat Sarvan iti Purushaha. Ille Purnatvat iti Purushaha. Pureshayanat iti Purushaha. All that we have listened in the class. Purnatvat, Purnatvat, Puraitatvat means what? Filled. He filled everywhere. Everywhere. Everything. Everywhere you are seeing. You are touching. If you are touching anything, you are touching the God. If you are hearing anything, you are hearing the God. You are seeing anything, you are seeing the God. Koncham kashtam, sir. Now I will tell you simply. If I am considering my Guru itself is the Ishvara Guru Ratmeti, boldly you must tell to yourself, I had the vision of the God. Then who is the Guru? Is different and the Guru, Lord is different or what? Because the Lord appearing in a small body with a small size, you are thinking that God is different. God sent this Guru to me. Okay, that is also better, okay. But he is himself God. I have seen the God in my Guru. So start there, because again, a place of altar should be there, where you respect, where you surrender. But later on, as Uddhava Gita, Bhagavan says, எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணு, பார்த்தது எல்லாத்துக்கும் நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணு சொல்ல போறார். இன்னும் அந்த சாப்டருக்கு வரல, லாஸ்ட்ல உளுந்து நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணு சொல்லுவார் கிருஷ்ணர். That means what? This only. Don't think that I am leaving this world and going and you are alone. No, no. I am only in everything, everywhere, my dear. Uddhava, do namaskara. அது சொல்ல போறார் அந்த மாதிரி. So this is the first one. Then Veshti Samashti Sarvam Bhagavan only. Then you are telling Trimurtis, no? Puranas talk about it. Okay. Rajoguna Upadhi. With Rajoguna Upadhi, same Purna Brahma Paramatma. Okay. This Jagat to create, to show, to make it to appear. He becomes the Brahmaji. And with the Sattvika Guna, he became the Yajna Prabhu Vishnu, and the same Paramatma with the Rajoguna Upadhi become the Shiva Rudra to destroy. So this is the only, whatever we are listening in the Purana, he explained. Then he explains the Naranarayana Rishis, and he elaborated that story. And Indra want to disturb the tapas of the Naranarayana Rishis, and the stories, all that. I am not telling that, but only one thing, that Narayana Rishi now also he is doing tapas in the Himalayas. What is the pramanam? Bhagavatam. Here he says in the end of that Naranarayana story, now also he is doing tapas there. So this is about Naranarayana Rishis. Then he tells about these all other avatars, 10 Dashavataras and the Kalavataras, Amshavataras. Don't think avatars are only 10. Even Vyasa is avatara, and in Bhagavata, Darshavadeva is avatara. Many Gnana Kalavataras, Amsha Kalavatarams, Purna Avatarams. Like these avatars are divided generally. All that list he given here. Then after that, the next Adhyaya starts with the 8th question. I will just introduce, 2 minutes is there, and tomorrow 8th and 9th questions we can complete it. Rajovacha. After explaining this much upasana, devotion is important, devotion is a part of the karma yoga, and any form, anything you worship. Remember that. And you try to tune with that and drop your ahankara, the small petty thinking of this body, mind and all that. Tune with the entire Jagat, Ishvara Bhavam, Sarvatra Samadarshana Bhavam. Now, in this particular question, Bhagavantam Harim Prayaha na bhajantyatma vittamaha tesham ashanta kamanam kanishta avichatmanam. Whoever doesn't have bhakti, astikya bhavam, and who doesn't have a peaceful mind, okay, and who are not following the Vedic instructions or any kind of rules and regulations and all that, abhaktaya gatihi, what? Abhaktaya. Bhagavan Krishna said, no, Gita, don't teach this Bhagavad Gita to my people who hate me. Abhaktaya. Bhakti illadavani solli kudukada. So here the question is that whose desires are not fulfilled, then who doesn't believe in the presence of the Ishvara or God, whose mind is not in their control, what will happen to them? See, he is bothering about, because welfare of the people. If this such kind of questions asked, then only we will realize. Okay, now I think you have to go for lunch. Om Mangalam, Om Kara Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Guru Pada Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Om Kara Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Guru Pada Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Om Kara Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Guru Pada Mangalam, Om Mangalam, Guru Pada Mangalam, Guru Pada Mangalam. Nityotsavo bhavatyesham Nityashri Nityamangalam Yesham Hrudisto Bhagavan Mangalayatanam Harihi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.